Now, for many of you that have been subscribed to the channel for a while and watch my content, congratulations. It played out exactly as we expected. Bitcoin not only breaking its previous all-time high, but actually smashing it to pieces. The debate now, though, is how much more is there to come? Are we about to see a full-blown bull market? Well, there are some things going on from a macro level that, well, in my opinion, are really setting us up for a monumental move in the entire crypto market. And yes, that does include altcoins as well. We're going to break it down, take a summary of what the hell's happened over the last 24 hours because it's pretty crazy in this video. So go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button to make sure that your portfolio is gaining every day as we're trying to do here on the channel. Right, with that being said, let's get into it. So there's kind of no better way to start your day, particularly in the current climate, with President Trump announcing this: tech stocks, industrial stocks, and the NASDAQ hit all-time record highs, crypto through the roof. Nvidia is up 47% since Trump tariffs, and USA is taking in hundreds of billions of dollars in tariffs. The country is now back. A great credit. Fed should rapidly lower rates to reflect this strength. USA should be at the top of the list. No inflation. Now, the reason this is interesting is we know that Trump's been very vocal about the fact that the Fed should cut. I actually did a full video breaking it down yesterday. If you haven't seen that, go and take a look at it. But this, in my opinion, is really setting up the July rate cuts that no one's talking about. And why do I think that? The reality here is that the whole premise that the Fed has not cut rates is based on uncertainty when it comes to tariffs. If you have all of this, as Trump says, that are breaking new all-time highs, money flowing to the markets, crypto starting to explode, the reality is you haven't really got anywhere to go to. And actually, when you start to break this down in a little bit more detail, we do know that specifically today, we also know that Christopher Waller, talked about him yesterday, said the Fed can consider a rate cut this month. And I think this isn't even priced in yet. So although Bitcoin's rallied over the last 24, 48 hours, this rate cut is not priced in. This is going to be incredibly bullish and absolutely aligns to what Trump's trying to do. Now, just to kind of context why the market's gone as crazy as it's gone, yes, we've seen massive inflows, not specifically at ETF level, but big inflows. But look at this. Nearly $1 billion in shorts going over the last 24 hours as Bitcoin rallied well above 116, which I think is very, very bullish. You can see how this broke down over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin taking a big hit. But look at some of these liquidations coming in. This was how violent the move was. 15 million, 16 million. These are big liquidations of a huge monumental concern when you are a short trader. And we haven't seen this type of move for the longest time. And I guess then you kind of break down a little bit more macro and sort of say, well, why are we seeing such a big move? And the reality is twofold. The optimism for rate cuts. And again, I actually think people, or smart people, are starting to see this as a real possibility. That's why you're seeing huge accumulations of Bitcoin, huge accumulations of Ethereum and XRP. But we know Bitcoin treasury companies are now a 3x year on year. They've accumulated over 725,000 Bitcoin so far, and they are continuing to buy, whether that's Metaplanet, Strategy, ETFs, and much more. They are accumulating Bitcoin at a crazy rate. And you know how this stuff happens. The companies get in, the corporate treasuries get in, and then retail finally decides to get in. The big question now is, at what price does retail actually get into this market? The other reason why I think we're seeing this massive adoption, why this huge amount of capital flowing into the market, is yet again another appointment for the US to rejoice in the particular for the cryptocurrency world. This is a President Donald Trump appointed crypto-friendly figurehead going by the name of Jonathan Gould. He is now going to be taking over the controller of the currency OCC with a pretty unanimous vote of 50 to 45. He was, get this, the general counsel at Bitfury, a blockchain developer. So not only have you got people like Howard Lutnick, Scott Besson, even JD Vance that hold Bitcoin, are bullish on Bitcoin, you have a further ex-general council member of a massive US mining company is now going into the White House as well. This is a big deal. US Treasury companies are going wild. Everyone's getting into the markets and it's all very bullish. Now, what's really important to think about here though is the big next move. We're looking for some key things. Ethereum above $3,060 is going to be a key level for us. That could show a real sentiment breakout. But the question, what is different about this break? Well, sustained closes above 112. That level I talk about, does BTC feel expensive or not? Consolidation is our friend at this level. If we can consolidate anything between 115.5, 117, we could be in for a pretty good move, a particular move if you're in altcoins. Significant gains with altcoins have come with this move on BTC, and I think that's important. They've lagged behind for so long. Take a look at some of these charts. Bitcoin on the day with a big spike, but you've got things like HBAR 10%, Algorand 9.2, all of which I've been talking about. XRP breaks 253, Ethereum surging, potentially hitting that 3,000, breaking out from this channel we've had for so long. All of these coins playing out. We talk about this on my live streams, by the way, at 4 p.m. Eastern. Even things like AVAX breaking back above 20 bucks. What's important to think here, though, overall altcoin market still yet to break a new all-time high. We've still got a lot of leverage and headroom to go. But for me, I think we're going to see even more big bullish moves for Bitcoin. Now, the key thing is if we get a 3% retracement, that's fine. Bitcoin has been skyrocketing now for the last 3 days, making big moves. So it wouldn't surprise me if we didn't get a 3%. It would still give us about a 5% average over the last 3 days. But in my opinion, watch out. Big accumulations are going to be coming into this market. Now we've seen another move from a release of the treasuries, which I'm going to break down in another video for you. This allows corporate Wall Street to get involved in DeFi. And in my opinion, that is truly where some big money is going to come. As always, let me know what you think of all of this in the comments down below. Remember, we bring you the latest cryptocurrency content. We make sure your portfolio is absolutely growing at the best rate it can. All you need to do, hit the subscribe button and make sure your notification bell is turned on. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.